like I always do, professionally. Call you before I show up. Hold on one second. Hold on 1 second. What's good, everybody? Starting the live stream up. Give me a minute. BRB. What's good, everybody? Be right with you in a minute. Cheers, cheers. What's good, everybody? We're going to do some amending. BRB, give me 1 second. Got to get a couple of things together. Show you what we're going to be using. Re-amending. All right, I'm gonna start the live stream up. I'm coming out. Hey, doggy dogs. We got the doggy dogs. All right, guys. What's good, everybody? So, show you guys what we're using. Real quick, what we have here. What we have. Cheers, everybody. Welcome to the show. Appreciate everybody sliding through. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, share. So, this is the amending video, guys. How to amend your soil. A lot of times when I was running my organics, I wasn't amending it enough. I was scared to put basically what it needed in the soil. So today we have some crab. We have some crab and lobster shell right here. We have oyster bone meal, crushed fresh bone meal, and we have kelp right here. We have kelp meal, tomato vegetable. But before we start off, we are going to put a couple of spoons or cups full, shall I say, of happy frog. So So I got a couple of cups of fresh Happy Frog right here. I'm gonna put it in. Put a little bit of fresh Happy Frog. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for coming through. And we're also going to use, right now, we're going to be adding some crab meal. This is crushed crab, lobster shells. Show you guys what it looks like. And you can make this yourself, guys. Crab, lobster shells. We're going to add about 2 or 3 teaspoons. This is like 2 teaspoons. So we also have oyster meal. We have some oyster meal, crushed oysters and bones, beef, chicken bones, oyster shells. This is my homemade oyster mix right here. Homemade oyster mix. I'm going to put about 2 or 3 teaspoons of that in there too. I put a lot because I don't want this to have no deficiencies. Even though it's pre-prepped, we're going to prep it again. Now we have this organic plant food, microbes, kelp meal. I like to put, you can put in this stuff does smell and it will attract bugs. But I'm putting like 1/4 cup. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm sprinkling that in there. Now I'll mix that up. So far I have kelp meal, bone meal, lobster meal, crab meal, oyster shells, bone meal, kelp meal, some fresh soil. And that's basically it for now. And we're going to till it up, mix it up. And just give it a light little mix around. I don't over mix it. I kind of just push it all around and leave it on the top for the top feeder roots. Because I want to use my cheers. What's good? Working Blue. Cheers. I can't comment on no one's YouTube. I have to redo my YouTube. So don't think that I'm not supporting. I'm still watching and liking. I left a comment. So Working Blue, shout out. You guys haven't checked out that channel. Check out that channel, guys. Awesome. Cool people. Good vibes. Working Blue, shout out to you guys. So now that I sprinkle, I kind of just leave it on the top. And then I'll make my hole. And now when I make the hole in here, right, I'm going to sprinkle some mycorrhiza in my hole, you know, and some rooting agent for the transplant, guys. Thank you guys for sliding through. We also are doing some DIY hydroponics here, guys. We got roots already. We got roots. I'll show you guys what we got there. We have roots. You guys see that? I made some homemade. This is a cloner. This is so I can keep my clones alive and get some roots on the ones that are struggling. You know, homemade cloner, basically. A little soda bottle, cut it in half. Put my clone in there with roots. And if you look really close right here, you can see the roots, guys. You see them? It is shooting a lot of roots. So another thing we're going to be doing for our amending, guys, is we're going to be sprinkling. Another thing we'll be amending and what we'll be doing. Thank you, good friend. Appreciate it, guys. is we'll sprinkle some silica in there, and we should be ready to go. And then we'll top dress later with some fruit and flour. So like I said, guys, when we amended it, I left the nutrients on the top so the feeder roots can start to eat it from the top. I don't fill up the hole with the nutrients, but I am going to put mycorrhiza and rooting powder inside the hole before I transplant one of my clones in there. Show you guys how we do it. I bought this rooting powder from Home Depot. It's affordable, you know, it's nothing special. It's cheap rooting powder, but it works. And we're going to put a little bit inside of their hole right here. And we're going to do the transplant. So we amended it. We put some rooting powder in there. Now we're going to pop one of these clones out. I'm going to take the biggest one that I have. I'll show you guys right here. Looking good, looking good. And we're going to slap her in there. I was going to try to put 2 or 3 in there, but we all know putting 2 or 3 in a big pot like that really doesn't work. So let's try this again. Oh, wow. She went in there with a fuss. She did not want to go in there. And then that's it, guys. She's in there, transplanted. She's got some, and I'll actually top this off with some soil later on. And that's it. You know, amending your soil is going to be critical, guys, especially when you're in organics. I learned how to do it about 2 years ago. When I was 2.5, 3 years ago, I started to amend with the things that work. Bone meal, oyster shells, stuff like that. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys are liking the stream. And if you're watching this after the fact, like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment, guys. I see you guys watching. Drop a comment. It helps the algorithm. Spreads it out to different people so people can see it. So I appreciate it, guys. And the next is going to be how to water. Our next video we're going to be doing is how much water do we need in different stages of life, how to overwater and how to underwater and destroy your plants either way. When you overwater, you slow down growth. When you underwater, you slow down growth. So you have to find that sweet spot. Like now, I just opened the clone and I saw her soil, her roots were completely dry. I thought they were wet. They're dry. She needs more water. So we're going to water them really well. And that's it. You know, amend the soil, transplant, water them well. Wait till they dry up a little bit, that first inch of soil, and then water them again. That's the clone. That's the transplant, guys. We do have some smaller clones over here that were just transplanted recently. And to stimulate more growth towards the top of the clone, you got to come under here and remove everything that's small. I removed a lot of these leaves. And what happens is it stimulates more growth towards the top. So here's our little deep water culture, guys. I'll show you guys what the roots look like. They're looking sick, guys. Look at that. Oh, you guys can see the roots. But we're definitely getting some roots here. The goal is for them to grow out of the bottom of the bottle. That's the end goal. And then I can transplant it once it gets a little healthier. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoying the show. You guys, thank you, Scotty420. What's good, bro? Working Blue. Shout out to Working Blue, Scotty420. If you guys are watching the show after the fact, please go check out their channel. Support is free and it's the community. So let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Grow big or grow home, guys. So now that we amended our soil, on our next episode, guys, in the next couple of days, is going to be about watering. How to water, what type of water to use, how to purify your water, how to oxygenize your water, how to just keep your water healthy, not stagnant, and feeding your plants healthy live water. Because when you're feeding your plants dead water, you're not going to have great results. You want to have a nice bubbler or something in there, um, bubbling your 5 gallon of water, whatever it is, keeping oxygen in the water. Um, that's the way I've always watered, even in 50-gallon drums. So there's certain things you can buy and use to make your life easier. These double aqua air stones, they work great. I hope you guys can see this. This is a nice air stone here. This is the one I use in the 5 gallon. I buy them and use them and throw them away because after about a month you know, they get kind of like a slimy algae grows on them. But this was about $4 at your local pet store. You can mount it to the side of the bucket inside or lay it down at the bottom. So you're definitely going to need some type of bubbling stone to bubble your water. So hope you guys enjoy this episode and come back for the next episode, guys. We'll be talking about watering and getting great results. Okay, guys, overwatering is going to destroy and slow down your growth, but underwatering is going to destroy your yield. The best way to find out is to take your plant out of your pot and just look at the roots. What I did to this clone, I was thinking she was a little overwatered, but guess what? Roots are dry. Roots, she's drinking like crazy. So now she's in a bigger pot. I can water her more. She'll have room to grow. Stand by for the results. I have 35 fish tanks. Use fish water. Heck yeah, I used to use fish water for all my plants. Works great, Scotty. Works great. I had a 60-gallon and a little 10-gallon, and I would rotate the dirty water for the plants. Yep. Yep. Gotta have clean water, man. Fish tank water is full of nutrients too. You know? But yeah, I hope you guys all come back for the next episode of I Am Green Giant, guys. We're going to be talking about watering and how to fight the overwatering and fight the underwatering. There's like a thin, fine line between. I've always underwatered, which is a big problem in flower. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. That's why I underwater. Um, in the long run, it can bite you in the butt. So just don't forget to water. Don't be scared. If they're drinking 3 gallons a day, chances are they may want 4 or 5. If you notice they're drinking 3 gallons every day, like mine's were, I said, you know what? They can drink 5 a day. And guess what? That wasn't even enough. So they were drinking about 4 to 5 gallons every other day. And I was only giving them 3. But that's on the next episode, guys. I hope you guys got something out of this. Once again, like, subscribe, share. I am Green Giant, guys. I don't know if I should sign out. Who's still here? Let's do some plant talk. Let's talk about these new. Let's talk about this new strand that I'm popping right here. This is the purple elephant. Okay, it's the purple queen with granddaddy perps. Um, Purple dream, granddaddy perps. and Purple Queen to cross with the OG Kush. So we will be able to see what these look like in the future, guys. But anyway, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys for checking out the show. Check out the Shrog we got going here. Looking good, looking good. This is a re-veg, okay, that we are taking clones. She was a mother. She was re-vegged, and we're snatching clones. And now we're going to slap her in the flower. So stand by for that too, guys. Like, subscribe, share. I am Green Giant, signing out, guys. Nothing good's going to be easy, and nothing easy is going to be good. So you guys know what's up. Thank you guys so much. Peace out. Later, Scotty.